I told him about what I said about that.
All right, it's 5 o'clock, we're gonna start our council meeting. I'd like to remind everybody, please sign in at the table up there if you haven't signed in already. We'll start our meeting with, announcement of quorum present, and I'll ask Mr. Sugar to lead us in the invocation.
Father, we thank you for the day and all we do. We thank you for this big group that showed up today. We just appreciate them all. And of course, all of our firefighters and all of our policemen and any other first responders that's here, we just thank you so much for them and the job that they do. And as we celebrate a few of them today, and some citizens that got the lady with the Walmart overpass that day, we just thank you so much for their service and their dedication to saving a life. Now we ask you, as the council, to give us the wisdom we need to take care of the city of West Orange like you would have us to. That's my prayer in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Please join us in the pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Texas flag. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to these Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Thank you. All right, our first order of business on the agenda for this evening is some presentations of some awards. Mike, would you like to show the little video, or are you on the way to do that?
We can.
Oh.
Just a quick, of course, the scene was over 30 minutes long, but we just took a little, just to give you a visibility of, what our officers go through and what Chuck went through above and beyond the call of duty.
Mm-hmm.
The victim was on the driver's door. The driver's door was locked. We had to go around to be able to actually bust the window. Brought her back out. Now during CPR on her to the ambulance arrived.
Is Corey Bowles. Right. Corey, would you mind coming up? Corey, we have a little plaque here. I'm gonna try to read this, but it's hard to see. It's for your exceptional heroism demonstrated on July 24th, 2024, while saving the life of a fellow citizen who was trapped in a car submerged underwater. Without hesitation, you made a decision that will forever change the life of another. Assisting the West Orange Police Department and with the assistance of another brave citizen, you unselfishly risked your safety to save the life of another person. Your actions that day made a difference. Michael Stelly, Chief of Police, that was August the 12th. We want to thank you for your service. didn't butcher that too bad. Yeah. Just. No. So this one basically says the same thing, but with your name. And I'm not gonna, everybody's heard what you did, and we really appreciate your efforts and your heroism as well. We thank you for, being a good, upstanding, heroic citizen to the city of West Orange and to the citizens. We appreciate it. All right, we have one more. Well, let's see. Officer Chuck Cobb. This plaque basically says, well, let's see, in recognition of your courageous life-saving actions at the scene of a motor vehicle crash on July 24th, 2024, on South Highway 87 in West Orange, Texas, you selfishly put yourself in harm's way to save another human life with dedication and service. West Orange Police Department, August 12th, 2024. And I want to take the time to read this to you because I think it's important. We're really thankful and very supportive of our police department, and all of our officers. We even have Bridge City officers here today as well. Was there any other cities represented there? Sure. All right. So we thank all of y'all for your efforts that day and helping save this woman's life. We understand that she's out of ICU now, and so, in a regular hospital room, which makes a big difference, so we're thankful for that. So, letter of commendation, life-saving award. The West Orange Police Department believes in recognition of its officers for their actions, outstanding efforts and service to the community and their fellow officers. In keeping with this belief, the City of West Orange Police Department recognizes Officer Charles Cobb for his outstanding and courageous efforts on July the 24th, 2024. On Wednesday, July the 24th, 2024, at approximately 8:04 p.m., Officer Cobb was monitoring traffic in the 500 block of South Highway 87, West Orange, Texas. Officer Cobb observed a young child running toward him in the roadway. The child stated his mother had a seizure and she needed help. Officer Cobb transported the child to the area of South Highway 87 and the service road south of the overpass. Officer Cobb observed a gray passenger car partially submerged in the water. Officer Cobb immediately entered the water and began attempting to gain access to the occupant of the vehicle. With the assistance of passersby, Officer Cobb was able to rescue the driver from the vehicle, who was unconscious, pulseless, and not breathing. Officer Cobb immediately began life-saving measures by performing CPR on the occupant. Due to Officer Cobb's efforts, the driver regained a pulse and began breathing on her own before EMS arrived. The driver was transported to St. Elizabeth Hospital in Beaumont, Texas by EMS crews. Officer Cobb's quick response, recognition of the emergency, and immediate actions and effective life-saving measures resulted directly in saving the life of one Greta Windbush. A failure to act could have led to a tragic outcome. Therefore, Officer Cobb's actions qualified for this life-saving award and bestowed upon him the department's and the city's appreciation and dedication to the community. Dated this 30th day of July 2024. Yes, Romero, Michael, Stelly, and Matthew Frederick all signed that for us.
We'd also like to present you with a life-saving vest.
Thanks, appreciate all of y'all. Thank you.
Yeah, y'all come on up, guys. Thanks, Scott.
Really a blessing to have so many different, police officers, sheriff's department, and gathered together whenever something happens, they respond, they take care of business. We all appreciate that very much.
Amen.
All right. That takes care of all of that, and we done the remarks and everything. So we'll move on to our, consent agenda. Discussion and possible action on approval of the minutes of the July the 8th, 2024 city council meeting and July the 15th, 2024 special call council meeting.
I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes of the July 28th, 2024 council meeting and the July 15th, 2024 special call council meeting as presented.
We have a motion and a second for approval of the July the 8th, 2024 city council meeting and July 15th, 2024 special call council meeting. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries. We'll move into our time for public comment. At this time, comments will be taken from the audience on any subject matter, whether or not that item is on the agenda. All comments are limited to a maximum of 3 minutes for each speaker. If more than one person wishes to address the same subject, a spokesperson must be selected who will be recognized to represent the group. Your comments are appreciated. The Texas Open Meetings Act does not allow council to discuss items not listed on the agenda. However, if possible, your questions may be answered with statement of policy, statement of fact, or it may be placed on a future agenda for attention by council. You also may be directed to the appropriate department head to address your questions or comments. Is there anyone who would like to address the council at this time? Ms. Bacon?
I live at, 1313 Travis Street in West Orange. I live in it 36 years. Raised 12 kids there, but what I brought is pictures of my dog. And there's another dog in the neighborhood that has, attacked me once and got my dog at that time. And he actually ate a third of my dog's ear off. And, chewed his leg up so bad that it took 10, 11 days before they could do surgery on it. And I almost lost it. He was, he got out, he was chasing a female, and so, I understand that, but the dog that did this, someone needs to see that this is a seriously dangerous dog that could have done this to another 73-year-old woman or even a child. The first time that dog knocked me in the ditch, and I was bruised up. The only thing that saved me was 2 teenagers that were gonna testify. They came around the corner on a bicycle, and the dog got excited and went after them. And I got out of the ditch and got in the car. But other than that, he could have done that to me, but he could do it to someone else. This is a seriously dangerous dog. It needs to be done. He ate a third of my dog's ear. That is just unreal. It took 10 days before they could do surgery on him because the other dog had no shot at all. He had to get his puppy shot. He was 2.5 years old and he never had any shot, so they couldn't close it up. There was afraid of infection getting in there because he was not having any inoculation at all. And and he's got no tickets. Chuck, the, dog catcher, went to his house and he didn't answer the door. And, he went back after I called and said that I was trying to get a hold of my, council, state representative, to show him these pictures and nothing see it. This is a serious, dangerous dog. Could have done this to another 73-year-old woman or even a child. He would have killed a child. He would have. And like just last week, he jumped my neighbor's dog. He got across that fence again and had her dog in his mouth and she threw a phone at him, trying to get her dog. And I told her, I said, Deborah, that dog can hurt you. Trying to get your dog, she said, I ran and let it kill it. I said, but that 4-foot fence is not gonna stop the car. I'm seriously hurting you trying to get to your dog. But something needs to be done. It's just there. And if you live within a half a block, you can count it. And we've been friends for 35 years. He has been to my house 100 times. Like my time, we started to fly his house was on fire. And I went in and got him and brought him out. But, it's dark. It hurts me. Not like hurting, but I was banged up and bruised up. And I didn't file charges because of the friendship that we had. That is no longer there, and it's caused me and my son to have problems because this is his friend. He saved his life, and I guess he thanks it.
No, I'm sorry you had this trouble, but there's nothing that we can do about it. Right now, at this meeting, we're not allowed to address any of the issues with this public issue. You've been promised to be on the agenda next month, and we'll be glad to put you on the agenda.
I don't know if I can. I had, Channel 4 News was gonna come and video this, and I had the 2 boys that was gonna come and testify that the dog got off of me and got under them. And the neighbor wrote a letter stating that dog was trying to kill her dog. I was going to the vet's office to get the thing from, the other lady that dog was trying to get in the vet's office. 3 people that dog and stuff.
Like I said, I can't address your issue other than we've heard you and we've allowed you to have your time to make mistakes and everything. Again, we'll be on the agenda next month for you to, of course, be able to discuss. Yep. Thank you, John. Is there anyone else who'd like to address the council? Oh.
Hi, my name is Barbara Dardo. I'm the WPC County. I just have some thoughts about the recent chemical emissions that I wanted to share, and I'm pushing at the end. I wrote down a spread of things, I'm not going to get to it, but, I know it's not the city's job to do, issue shelters in place or really provide communication when there's dangers like that. However, I think the citizens of West Orange deserve better than about that thing. You know, I think, I live a stone's throw away from the facility. My neighbors had no idea. You know, many of our neighbors and our citizens don't have, Facebook to see that refineries have been evacuated and they're just sitting there uninformed 2 hours later. You know, in a case like that, we need more immediate information so we can make sure that while we're smelling and our clothes are hurting and we're getting headaches and, you know, what's the problem? It's not the first time that facility has had problems ongoing, not to that level, but at a lesser level. called and reported this a couple of years ago, I filed several PCQ complaints. Never really, I mean, I've been called back, the last time they called, and told me, the procedures that they found where the leak was from, you know, but the point is, DuPont a mile away, and really provide next door to it, we should have had that same opportunity, but we did not know. So, I guess, I have a few questions. One is, I don't know how long this facility has taken the place of Reservoir. I live right next door, I never knew it happened until, I knew it was different, but I didn't know it was a different company. And, my understanding is that they didn't have the permit to flare. There was a failure on lots of levels. They didn't have the equipment. They didn't report it. TCEQ man told me the only way they found out about it is they called every industry to find out if it was their leak. And then eventually, I think they even got the weather people to find where the plume, whatever it is, and they found it was right there on Warren Road. So that's not the way that should happen. It happened really a couple of days prior to it and ongoing. So we should have, come to the conclusion that something's not right. They didn't have a permit, they didn't have a flare, they didn't have the equipment, they didn't report it. Have they ever been inspected? Do we know that information? Do we even know what penalties they're gonna get? If that ever been, when will we know? We don't have any assurance it won't happen again tomorrow, you know? And even if it does, are we gonna get a better communication? That's a big problem, you know? We can't wait 2.5 hours sometimes. I know that my daughter lives in DFW, they have big speakers. When there's a tornado a mile away, 2 miles away, they get a speaker, and they hear it all over the city. I'd like to propose that our city consider having that type of, alert that we can all hear and all have the same opportunity to make decisions for the welfare of our family, our children, and our community. Thank you.
Thank you both, appreciate it. Is there anyone else, any more comments?
All right, we're gonna move on, there's no one else. You're going to convene a public hearing on fair housing. Solicit input from the community concerning awareness to support fair housing as well as to address concerns of residents as they may relate to fair housing. Is there any comments? Fair housing?
We're just required to have a public hearing once a year, on public housing. Any complaints, suggestions come from the community on this, and now is the opportunity for that.
I'm gonna say that down here on Western Avenue where the apartments are, it is so thinly lit there, I don't know what we can do about that, but that's a huge issue when you're traveling down Western Avenue. A lot of them travel back and forth to Dollar General, and you don't see crossing the road right there, just probably where the church is, there's a sidewalk, and there's a trade about walking on that, but getting across there is the issue, and it needs to be much better than that. The thing is really fair housing, but it certainly would have improved the quality of their life if they were getting like
Anything else? Thank you. Anything else? All right, we're going to, adjourn our public hearing on fair housing. And we're gonna convene our public hearing on, city council, public hearing to discuss the substandard and hazardous conditions of the following properties, along with policy
To these conditions. That's 2610 Tanglewood, 2713 Stevenson, and 2832 Bottom.
On, 2610 Tanglewood, I have issued a building permit on it. And at this time, I would like to withdraw this address from consideration for demolition. 2713, Stevenson. This property has suffered fire damage, water damage, and neglect, not secured from casual entry or infestation. Mold is present, and there is some roof damage. The structure is dilapidated and substandard and is a hazard to the health, safety, and welfare of the citizens of the city. I've not had contact with the owner of this property, over the last 30 days.
Owner's present. Who's, oh, okay. So you're the owner of 2713 Stevenson?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Would you like to say anything about what you're planning to do to it?
Yes, I spent $1,280 last week cleaning up the property, and, I was informed it didn't have an address on it, or an address on it, and, property, it may look a little rough, but it's actually one of the properties on 0.7 acres, 2,200 square feet, and, first thing I have to do is foundation work, and, foundation contract out of Beaumont, you can get to it, it's in the early part of October. After the foundation, and I can do roof, siding, windows, and then, turn to the inside, plumbing, electrical, HVAC.
All right, and I encourage you to work with our building, Michael Corbett. He'll let you know what you need to do in order to keep the progress going, because when we have too many buildings in West Orange now that someone's, oh, I'm gonna take care of it, and a year later, there's nothing done with it. And so, our emphasis is on removing properties that are not taken care of. And so, in our procedures, you get 90 days to show progress on the property, getting things done, so that we know as a city that you're gonna return that property to, good use, to a habitable, building, so that, there's not a safety and health concern within that property for the citizens of West Orange. Okay? So, Michael, take care of you, if you just give him, give him a call and talk to him what he needs, he'll tell you what you need to do, what your next steps need to be. Okay? Thank you.
2832 Bond, just prior to the meeting with property owner, did you need an elevation certificate from the surveyor, and his scope of work, and he's committed to obtaining permits just for the street. So I'd like to withdraw that address from consideration for the LSU as well.
Do you have any comments or any other comments about any property? Well, if there are no other comments, then we'll adjourn this part of our public hearing. Sir? Someone have comments? Okay. Meeting's been adjourned. So we're getting to our reports and comments, city staff department.
Real quick, our construction project, wastewater treatment plant has started. They had performed a large excavation and poured a sill slab to begin their, below ground work that they're fixing to start, and, it's gonna be a slow process. I think they're charged right now, they're currently at, 14 days, construction days charged. Lots of activity over there. The City Hall generator project is online. We've still got a lot of work to do around it and tying some more features in. Drainage improvement throughout the city is complete with the exception of the large, outfall or artery ditches that we're gonna work on. Building official issued 25 permits, 1 new construction, 47 completed. Sanitation took 30 loads of green waste and 1 load of CNP. ATO has 85 calls, 9 intakes, 3 adopted, 1 rescued, and 2 filings in the court. And, with the exception of the street department, they started working on Crockett Street between Dayton and Albany, digging and regrading a ditch. Everything else is pretty much the same.
For the police department, July 2024, we had 392 contacts, 2 crashes were reported, 39 arrests, we've had 36 reports, 536 calls for service, 11,978 miles driven by the police department. Code enforcement has investigated 78 properties, and 11 of those were filed.
Teresa, do you have anything?
We are now accepting reservations for Holiday Inn Park. Until the 20th, it will be strictly for last year's food holders, and then on the way, any people open up to the general public.
Fire department.
All right, for the month of July, we responded to 1 structure fire, 1 trash fire, 5 medical assist calls, 1 extrication, 3 hazardous conditions, 1 service call, 1 smoke investigation. We canceled her out 1 time, we had 5 false alarms, for a total of 19 for the month.
false alarms at the high school.
Yeah, we have 1 high school, it's been a mix between high school and, a couple other residents and some businesses. But we only have 1 there.
That's an improvement.
Wait till next month.
All right. We'll move into our regular session. Discussion of possible action on orders by resolution to either repair, remove, or demolish the following structures: 2610 Langwood, 2713 Stevenson, 2832 Bond.
May I make a motion that 2610 Englewood and 2832 Farnham be removed from further action?
I'll second the motion.
We have a motion to remove 2610 Langwood and 2832 Bond from the list of either repair, remove, or demolish the structure. Is there any discussion? What about Stevenson? Are we gonna, what was his name, sir?
Edward Armstrong.
Edward Armstrong?
That would be a different motion. It's a different action.
Okay. So we have the, motion and a second on 2610 Langwood and 2832 Bond. Is there any more discussion? All right, we're gonna call for vote. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, no. That motion carries. Is there a motion for 2713 Stevenson?
Make a motion for 2713 Stevenson to allow 90 days to repair the property.
I'll second the motion.
So your motion is to
In 90 days.
give 90 days to either repair, remove, or demolish. Right. Remove, demolish.
So the, 90 days, he has to start with the foundation first, otherwise then you do the foundation later, everything gets jacked up every which way, roof is leaking on. So you're saying that your foundation company can start till October? That's right. So,
But that will show us that there's something being done.
You can get an extension.
Correct.
And I would like to say, Mr. Armstrong, I don't like to vote on things I haven't looked at recently, and since they were up again, and that property looks great where y'all have mowed and cleared all that, it looks phenomenal. You did a great job on that. Thank you for that.
Thank you, you got orange fields. Wasn't cheap, but you did a job on it.
It looks great. Thank you for doing that.
More time.
Bill, great. We appreciate you taking that. All right, we have a motion for a 90-day extension for 2713 Stevenson to be either repaired or removed, demolished. Is there any other discussion? I'll call for vote. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, no. Motion carries. Got 90 days. If something happens, come back to the council and explain where
let me just say, I'm an outsider, I live in humble section, but the last thing we really wanna do is see vacant land. Yes. The taxes won't be as good, we pay our taxes, so, let's get it right, and keep that going.
That's what we want. That's what we're in. That's our whole effort. We appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Item number 2, discussion of possible action on a resolution approving the recommendation of the Selection Review Committee to award by resolution a contract for administrative services pertaining to the application and implementation, if awarded, of the city's 2025-2026 TXCDBG grant from the Texas Department of Agriculture and authorizing execution of a contract.
I'll make a motion that we, approve a resolution for the recommendation of the Selection Review Committee to award by resolution a contract for administrative services pertaining to the application and implementation if awarded to the city's 2025-2026 Texas Community Development Block Grant from the Texas Department of Agriculture and authorizing the execution.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to, award the administrative services pertaining to the city's 2025-2026 Texas, CDBG grant from the Texas Department of Agriculture and authorizing the execution of contracts. The committee has recommended Traylor and Associates for the, approving, for the selection, for the resolution of the administrative services contract. Is there any other discussion?
Would you amend the motion to approve?
Probably should, I guess, it could include Traylor in that.
I'll amend the motion to include Traylor and Associates.
All right,
And my second.
and Mike second, okay, so the motion has been amended and seconded, is there any other discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote, all in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, no. Motion carries. Discussion of possible action on increasing call pay for West Orange Volunteer Fire Department from $10 per call to $15 per call, and meeting pay from $5 per meeting to $10 per meeting, with a maximum of $20 per meeting pay per month.
Mr. Mayor, I would like to make a motion to approve, increasing call pay for WVFD from $10 per call to $15 per call, and meeting pay from $5 per meeting to $10 per meeting, with a maximum of $20 per meeting paid per month.
Second.
We had a motion and a second to increase the volunteer fire department $10 per call to $15, and meeting pay from $5 to $10 per meeting, with a maximum of $20 per meeting paid per month. Is there any discussion?
I'd like to say it was a no-brainer for me to ask this to be put on the agenda. The fire department has had the same pay rate for 19 years, since 2005, and I think that's horrible, and I wish we could do more for them now. Maybe we'll wait 19 years to give them the next bonus. But, we just want you all to know that we appreciate everything that you do.
Thank you.
Your hard work and your dedication to the citizens of West Orange does not go unnoticed, so thank you for that.
And I would like to second that. We do appreciate all the work that all the volunteers and volunteer fire department do. You guys give up your time to go on those calls that you just talked about a while ago, and, we really do appreciate it. That's a little bit of pay for a lot of effort on your part most of the time. Thank you very much for your service.
Right.
We have a motion, did we vote?
Yeah.
But you have a motion, I think. Oh, okay, yeah. Lost my place. All right, so we have a motion and a second. Is there any other discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, no. Motion carries. Congratulations, you guys just got a little raise. All right, so item number 4.
Can I ask when is that effective? The new budget or effective
I think,
now?
I don't think immediately.
I think immediately too.
I think well, then you got the motion thing your way.
Later. voted immediately.
You need to know when to bring she comes in after.
Thank you. All right. Item number 4, discussion of possible action on accepting the record quarterly investment report for April through June 20.
Make a motion that we accept into record the quarterly investment report for April through June 2024.
We have a motion and a second for accepting into record the quarterly investment report for April through June 2024. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for vote. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, no. Motion carried. Item number 5, discussion and possible action on accepting recommendation from Public Works Director to award contract for mowing services.
I'll make a motion that we accept the recommendation from the Public Works Director to award contract for mowing services. Which is Southeast Texas Lawn and Maintenance.
I'll second the motion.
We have a motion and a second to accept the, recommendation from the Public Works Director to award contract for mowing services. Is there any discussion?
These properties, vacant properties, city properties that see violation of, ordinance violation, it's not for our normal mowing.
No, the answer is where she is, yes. So it's properties that are unkempt, and we will mow and put a lien on the property. And I'm leaving that up to John, of Public Works, Department to take care of which ones he's mowing. And I'm sure he'll do a good job of it. So we have a motion and a second, and we've already. Where are we at?
But then in the recommendation.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't check that off. All right. So we have a motion and any other discussion? Hearing none, we'll call for the vote. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, no. Motion carried. Discussion of possible action on authorizing a proposal on an ad valorem tax rate by record voting, consider setting the date for public hearing and the adoption of such proposal on a future meeting agenda.
I move that we, by record vote, place a proposed tax rate of no greater than 0.378000 per $100 valuation on the Monday, September 9, 2024 regular meeting agenda at 5 p.m. at City Hall, and set a public hearing on Thursday, September 5th, 2024 at 5:15 p.m. at City Hall to receive comments on such proposal.
We have a motion and a second to approve the, proposed tax rate of no greater than 0.378000 for $100 valuation on Monday, September 9th, 2024 regular meeting agenda at 5 p.m. at City Hall, and set a public hearing on Thursday, September the 5th, 2024 at 5:15 p.m. at City Hall to receive comments on such proposal. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for vote. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Your record vote? Oh, okay, thank you. All right, so, Marita, how do you vote? Jay? Aye. Randy's aye.
Aye.
Laney and Doug are aye, vote. Motion carried. Well, if anybody votes. All right. So, now, next council meeting, Monday, September the 9th, 2024 at 5 p.m. Any other announcements that we need to make? All right, and, meeting is now adjourned.